I was never supposed to make contact. The protocols were explicit. Observe, record, and report. The native species of Sector 18 were classified as Tier 3 sapients. Advanced, emotional, and potentially hostile. Our dropship had crash-landed after a freak ion storm, severing comms and stranding us on the fringes of their forested equator. I alone survived the wreckage. With one leg fractured and rations depleted, I made a temporary camp in a shallow cave. That's when she found me. She stood at the entrance, silhouetted by twin suns, a tall, broad-shouldered creature cloaked in a shimmery membrane that rippled with opalescent hues. Her skin bore faint bioluminescent lines that pulsed with her breath. Her eyes, deep, slitted, and vividly gold, studied me. "Do not be afraid, human," she said in perfect English, her voice soft yet reverberating. "I am not a monster." I didn't believe her. Not at first. Her kind were rumored to be warriors, bio-enhanced survivors of an ancient war that left most of their cities crumbled and their population fragmented. We called them Thessari. They called themselves Veil Kai. And this one had chosen me. She entered the cave slowly, arms raised in a universal gesture of peace. Despite every fiber of instinct screaming at me to run or raise a weapon, I was too weak, too exhausted. Blacked out. When I woke, my leg was splinted with a strange resin, and the woman sat beside a small fire made of purple glowing fungi. She turned as I stirred. "You are safe," she said. "And you will remain so. My name is Lissarai." Middle. I didn't trust Lissarai. Not then, not really. But I needed her. Over the following days, I learned that she had been tracking me since the crash. She had seen the fireball in the sky, heard the screaming metal. I asked why she hadn't killed me. "You were broken," she said simply. "You needed help." Simple as that. I learned to walk again with her help. She never left me alone too long. Her presence was constant, protective, suffocating, comforting. I wasn't sure which. She'd bring food, fruits that numbed the mouth, roots that glowed faintly when bitten, and water collected in hollowed stones. When I asked if there were others like her, she would only shake her head. "My clan is gone," she said one night, voice hollow. "I walk alone now." We built a rhythm. I'd wake to her already hunting. She'd return with a proud grin and some strange creature slung over her shoulder. We'd share meals. Then she'd tell me about her world in broken patches. Her people were once starfarers, she said, but the war had clipped their wings. Now they lived like ghosts in the forests, fleeing from the machines they once built. It was during one of these talks that she asked something strange. "Why did your kind come here?" she said, staring at the fire. "Was it to learn? Or to conquer?" I told her the truth. Our command wanted information. Resources. The planet was rich with them. Clean water, rare minerals, stable climate. She nodded slowly, as if she'd known the answer all along. But then something changed. The day my leg fully healed, I stood at the edge of the forest, bag packed with the last of my rations and a portable beacon. I had repaired it in secret. A single transmission might reach a patrolling satellite. "Lissarai," I said, "I'm leaving." She blinked, her golden eyes glowing faintly in the fading sun. "No," she said softly. "I have to," I said. "My people will search for me. They'll come if they know I'm alive." Her expression darkened. "They will come and take." "No," I insisted. "We're not like that." She stepped closer. "Then why do I feel your fear?" Even now, I didn't have an answer. Maybe because I still wasn't sure if she was friend or captor. Maybe because part of me feared what would happen if we brought ships and scanners and claimed this place as ours. Turn to go. but she grabbed my arm, firm but not painful, and whispered, "You cannot leave, Thomas." It was the first time she used my name. Conflict rising. I spent that night in silence, curled near the fire, while she sat awake like a sentinel. The forest felt different, quieter, as if watching. The next day I made a run for it. The beacon pulsed on my back. I'd hidden it in an abandoned ruin a few kilometers east. I made it half that distance before I heard her, running fast, faster than any human could move. She tackled me, not roughly, but enough to knock the air from my lungs. We lay tangled in the moss. "I said you cannot leave," she hissed. "You don't own me." Snap. "You said you weren't a monster, but keeping me here? That's exactly what a monster would do." She flinched. Then she looked away, visibly hurt. "I did not save you to lose you to war." "What war?" She pointed to the skies. "The kind that always follows humans." Her voice was shaking. She stood, trembling, and walked away. Climax. I reached the ruin alone that night. The beacon worked. I sent a distress signal, then collapsed, exhausted. They came within 48 hours. A retrieval craft broke through orbit and landed near the cave. Marines in black armor scanned the jungle and loaded me onto the ship. I expected to feel relief. Only felt hollow. "Anyone else planet-side?" the officer asked. I hesitated. "Yes," I said. "A native. She saved my life." He snorted. "Not for long. Once mining rights are approved, this whole sector'll be cleared." "No," I said, alarmed. "She's peaceful." "They all are, until we find what we want. Then they disappear or resist. Doesn't matter. We're not here for diplomacy." I sat in silence as the ship lifted off. From the window I saw the forest, vast and ancient, slowly fade from view. But then I saw her. Lissarai stood atop a cliff, eyes glowing, her silhouette framed by the rising sun. And even from that distance I could feel it. She was not angry. She was mourning. Ending. I was back on Station Orpheus for less than 2 weeks when the nightmares began. I saw fire, not from ships, but from trees burning, rivers choking with ash. I saw her face, scarred, lips trembling, whispering, "I saved you, and you brought them here." And I couldn't take it. Pulled every string I could. Transferred off Orpheus. Volunteered for the Frontier Watch assignment. Low priority, high danger. No one wanted it. Perfect. 6 months later I was back. But the forest was different. Charred patches. Hollow trees. Scars. I wandered for days until I found a familiar clearing. The cave where I once lay broken and terrified. I sat there alone. Until I wasn't. A shadow moved in the trees. I stood slowly. And she stepped forward. Lissarai. Her skin was scratched, her colors duller, but her eyes still held that fierce gold light. I thought. I began. "I watched your ship leave," she said. "I came back. To help. To stop them. You cannot stop your kind." "Maybe not," I said. "But I can stay. Fight with you." She looked at me long and hard, and then, for the first time in months, she smiled. "You were always afraid," she said. "I still am," I replied. "But not of you." She came closer, placed her hand against my chest. "Then you are welcome. Now you are not a prisoner." And for the first time since crashing here, I knew I wasn't.